what took place was the industrialization in all the shoring countries, and also the emergence of these great ideologies and the political organization of working classes, the emergence of social democracy. So when we came to the turn of the 19th and 20th century, there were hugely important political forces at play. Nationalism was one of the key, or maybe the most important ideology at the time. But then also the political consciousness of the working class started to emerge. And then this internal great power competition in Europe, it led to the outbreak of the First World War. Because these regional powers, they simply didn't have any room to expand anymore without getting into a conflict with one another. And in a way, the two world wars in the 20th century, they form two parts of the same entity, this nationalist competition between great power states. And this was time of lacking cooperation and protectionism in the field of international trade, and not so happy times, obviously. These were hugely important lessons for the life that we are leading today, these two world wars. They had to happen in order that we could be wise now, and we could understand that it's so much better to be in cooperation compared to being in competition. The 20th century big events, the Cold War including, they have dominated our historical understanding, especially the last couple of decades. And it's so easy to become prisoners of this thinking that, for example, in Baltic Sea region, the relationship of individual countries towards Russia, there are many kinds of difficulties around because of the historical burdens. But now we have been living 20 years after the Cold War already, and these one-time burdens, if they have not completely disappeared, they have become easier to carry around. In 2009, European Union adopted its new strategy for the Baltic Sea region, and in the development of this strategy, Russians, although they are not members in the Union, but they have been included in the process. And there is this ongoing, fruitful relationship of negotiation taking place between Russia and between European Union. In historical terms, I would say that we are living in a better situation than almost ever before in the history of Baltic Sea region.
Europe that I would like to have, it would be very open and innovative and kind of inclusive, and giving the space for an individual to kind of fulfill his or her dreams.
If you see it, how many talented people you have in Europe, and if you see its industrial base, and if you see its developed agriculture and other sectors of life, I think that there are some good signs towards 2020.
Well, I'm optimistic. I don't think that's a very big catastrophe. It's, you know, the downfalls have happened, you know, during the past centuries, so this is nothing new. And as long as Europe would, you know, commit to their initial declarations of, you know, keeping together, staying together, and helping out countries, member states who are, you know, in a bit difficult positions from time to time.
Well, my dream about Europe is that Europe is a community of democratic countries. Europe is a place of solidarity and unity. Europe is a place where everybody can live together. Europe is a place of all religions, of all cultures, of all ethnicities, of all languages. And I personally believe in Europe, and I think Europe will be a success story as it has been till now.